Hello, everyone. My name is Alexander Ermenkov. I'm a ruling reality coach, and today I'm continuing my series, Daily Reality with Alex. These are series that I'm doing during 2023, and I'm just expressing different topics regarding reality. So in the moment, I would like to continue my talks and to be able to express more about what is the meaning of the heartfelt reality. So, in a sense, we are perceiving reality basically through the five senses and the way we are decoding this reality, and basically we are using the mind for it. And the problem is that this is the way how we are made. We are made with two parts of our brain. We have the left hemisphere, which is more responsible about the logic, and then we have the right hemisphere, which is more responsible about everything that is connected with association and everything that is not connected with logic, but with one word, we can say that it is connected with intuition. So when we speak about heartfelt reality, we are actually speaking about the perception through feelings and through the right hemisphere, and working strongly with the intuition. And through this, we are declaring in the reality that we know how to use this vehicle we call the body. So if we only go to the left hemisphere and we are perceiving through the five senses the reality, we are going to have a very limited reality awareness. And what is going to happen is that actually we are not going to be able to go into the beyond. Into the beyond, it is impossible to go with the mind first, but there the heart is first, the intuition is first, the trust is first, and long term it is going to be overturned. So the mind is going to go into the below, and the heart is going to become the center when you are going into the heartfelt reality, or when all of us are going. And this is what I'm doing daily, because Daily Reality with Alex is explaining to all of us how I'm using the reality perception and how I differentiate between the left brain perception of the reality. There we are dealing with information. There we are decoding everything that already is, but on the level of the perception of the logic. And the problem with the logic is that we are using only this part of reality where everything is already connected within our brain. We are not giving ourselves allowance to enter into the beyond, to enter into the known, unknown, and to be able to make new pathways, new neurological connections, to open ourselves to something more than we already are comfortable with. And this is where the heartfelt reality, through the power of the heart center, is giving us the possibility to subdue the brain, in the sense that we are trusting the way reality has created us, and we know how to use this vehicle into the reality perception. And from this point of view, we are learning how to use the heart. So what is important for all of us to know and to understand, that there are actually two types of consciousnesses that are constantly working within our head. So we have the left hemisphere, which is constantly working through the five senses and in the realm of logic, and that's why there we are constantly staying in the information field, we are full with mindfulness, we can be strongly involved into everything that is in the realm of forms. And with the mind, we cannot go into the realm of essence, and we are not willing to go to where the source is, because where the source is, there is the not known. There is the thing that cannot be understood, and there it is not possible for the mind to be the ruler in our own personal reality. So basically, when I'm speaking about ruling reality, it is important to understand who is ruling our reality, because everything is in reality is working indirectly. It looks like our mind most of the time, because of the way our society has prepared us and programmed us and made us to be easy to work with the left hemisphere. But basically, if we go strongly into the de-learning process and into the trusting process and in leaning towards working more and more by using the tool, which is the heart, where there is no logic, where there is no words, where there are no explanations, and where only absolute exists and there is no discernment there. It is very important that there is no a little bit of joy, 50% joy, 70% joy, or 100% joy. What is there in the heartfelt reality? You are or joyful or you are in sadness. You are or open or you are not open. It is not possible in the heartfelt reality to be a little bit reserved. And that's why when you go and work with the technology of faith, it is attached and working through the heartfelt part of the reality, where the heart is more involved. And of course, the big magic about our brain and the big way we are to perceive reality in order to be the ruler of it is to know that basically when the left hemisphere is working, when the right hemisphere is working, there is a connecting bridge between them. And basically, when we are a balanced, mature, individualized consciousness, we understand how to listen to the heart and also how to work with the brain. But mostly when we go into the heartfelt reality, we are working predominantly with the heart. Then there is a big problem because some of us think that only the heart and mind alignment is enough in order to work strongly and to be involved into impactful relationship with reality. Actually, there are 4 centers that are important. It is the mind, the heart, then the third one, which is very important and powerful, are the guts. And the fourth one is the connection with the material part of the reality. And there it is important how we are connected to everything that we call the macrocosmos, or everything that we call the outward reality. And there is the generative principle of the care. So in the care principle, it is how we are focusing the flow of our perceptions and of our lively forces, and in which direction we are caring, because only what we care for is what is happening before our eyes. In the moment, for example, if I don't care, let's say, about the Palestine, Gaza, or Israel conflict, then this is not part of my reality. I'm not putting my heartfelt energy towards this specific situation, I'm not in the care principle there, and that's why I'm not involved. And let's say, for example, in the case of the people that are on the ground there, they are putting all their energy, all their mind mentality, all their hearts, feelings, everything, though in a little bit disorganized way, into this specific situation. But in my own personal reality, there are other things that I'm trying to balance. And basically, when we are positioning towards or against something, it is important to understand that in the heartfelt reality, we should always be positioned and look and perceive everything from the perspective of the creator of all. There is not a creator of some things. There is no such type of a biased thing where some of us are less precious than the other parts of us. And this is very difficult because in the objective reality, what I like to observe is what is allowed and what is not allowed. But let's go back to the way we are perceiving the heartfelt reality. Since we are not perceiving information with the feeling center that we are saying that it is the heart, and if the heart is the eye, and through the heart we enter through the door of another realm where the essence is and where only absolutes exists, and where we don't have the different type of categorization and the different type of multifaceted, dualistic or trialistic or pentalistic type of realities, but there we can experience only the absolute. So, or we are entering there through the heartfelt reality, the states. Are we in a state of consciousness, in a state of presence, in a state of awareness, in a state of joy? Then when the mind center comes and start to give us different reasons why we are not to be in the state of joy, because we are, if we source our experience into the realm of forms, into the realm of causality, it is never possible to find 100% reason why we are to be joyful, reason to be happy, reason to experience everything beautiful through the reality, because always we can see the suffering, always we can see the guilt, always we can see everything that we can experience negative feelings for. And that's why the only way we can enter the positive absolute realm into the reality is through the heartfelt center and entering the states of joy, the state of peace, the state of presence, and the state of confidence, the state of faith, and all these type of states where we are no more recognizing the physical materiality perception through the left brain that is coming to us. And this is why they say, well, Alex, this is cognitive dissonance, because you are, in a sense, disconnecting yourself from reality. Yes, this is true, but to the extent that you are disconnecting from the left part of the brain tool that is perceiving reality, but through the heart center tool, you can enter a state of perception through where both of us can look at the same story, at the same causality, and see through the perception 100% different experiential data. And this is why it's important when we go into the perception and when we go into the awareness game to know which of the tools we are using. Because if we always work with, and some of us are very linked to, because of the way their archetypes are working into the perception through the brain. And for those of us that are in this situation, it is very important to daily train our intuition and to daily train our heart to be feeling what is beyond the 5 data sense daily experience, and to enter more and more into the states. Well, there are 4 different states. Of course, they depend on the way we are positioned as archetypes, but basically throughout the day, we are to monitor 4 things. We are to monitor our glow. It is based on the way the fire principle is working into us. What is firing us up today? What is making our vibration, our energy, what is steering us up towards the expressions into the reality? And this is part of our firing. If there is no fire within us, if we are not strongly into this thing that is coming through the guts up and through our own body into expression in the reality, and if we don't know how to use this fiery growing principle that every daily experience we can express, then we are limiting ourselves. For some of us, fire is very easy way to express, though we go into the negative part of it and we go into frustrations, we go into anger, and so on and so on. But this is just the beginning of the way we are to use to work with the fire principle, because every baby, when it starts walking and make all the trials, it is constantly frustrated till it subconsciously learns how to use the fire principle. So daily, when we observe how we are using the fire principle, then we understand how to work with the glow. Then we have the flow. The flow is another state which is connected with the water. In the flow, there are no curvatures, there are no obstacles. We are flowing through reality, and we cannot see, we cannot distinguish something as more important than the basic flow. And that's why it's important in our life to recognize 2 or 3, or to create or to generate some specific flows which we want to dominate in our reality. This is the way we are using this type of expression. So we have the glow, we have the flow, then we have the float. The float is the airy part of the expression where we are learning how to ascend, where we are in a state where we know that all the limitless powers are working within us, and the material is giving us limitations only in order to counterbalance them with the power of the airy float. Then, because if we strongly go into our imaginational forces and enter only the float type of states and airy types of expressions, then the problem is that we are not grounded into the reality. And that's why the 4th balancing force is the grounding of ourselves in the fundamentals, in the way all of us as a human beings objectively work with this reality, to know our limitations, not to go into the delusions of the floaty experience, but to 100% accept and see the raw reality as it is. So basically, the heartfelt center is working with these four type of stages of expression, and we are using it as a tool to enter all the states of the feelings. Now our feelings are no more reactional. I feel joyful because someone gave me something, or I feel sad because someone did something to me. These are the reactional parts of the feeling expression. Are they bad or good? No, it is just giving us the sense that we can use them in this stage, but also we can use this tool into a more mature, strategic way where we are strongly involved into knowing how. It's not necessary to know what. We have the tools. So if I have this heart, if I know how to enter through the heartfelt perception of the reality, I don't need to know, I don't need to have information. I'm just in this state and I'm observing everything that is allowed for me today. And this is a very small part of how I'm researching and how I'm working with the heartfelt part of the reality in my own daily experience. And that's why when we are contemplating and when we are finishing our days, it's not only for us to go into the energy of affirmation, say, well, let's see now, let's analyze now, let's go through the data, let's make all the observations. It is a good thing to do, but what about our contemplating regarding how we are using the right hemisphere of the brain? How were our feeling centers working today? What were the energies we were able to perceive through our daily reality today? How are we experiencing the heartfelt reality? Not only what made us joyful, but how much time we were in the state of joy, no matter what. How much time we are able to be in the state of peace, no matter what. And so on and so on. And of course, then we are balancing all the glow, the float, the flow, and the grounding. We are balancing all of this with the feelings, but also with the logic and also with the gut center through where we are focusing our life forces towards our daily experiences. And in this way, reality is not only vivid, reality is not only interesting, but then it is much more easy for us to go out of the distractions of everything that is prepared for us throughout the day, through the agendas and the narratives that are daily there for us. We cannot stop them, but if we are busy with what is important for us and what we are after and what we are caring for, then each one of us, based on our own personal uniqueness, is going to be involved in the unique, specific experiences that are made throughout the day specifically for us. So yes, there is a part where we are working as a joint humanity together and moving forward with what the history is prepared for us or is made by the elites for us to experience. But yet, if we learn that our power is in our individual solipsistics, collapsing quantum field reality experience, where we are to play our part only, what is not in our realm of influence, instead of bothering about us, What about our daily reality experience, expressions, declarations, and standings? That's why each one of us reality experience throughout every day is as important as the most important day of the history of the humanity. And this is why I'm a ruling reality coach. This is why I'm working with the liveliness of everything that is possible into the reality experience and how we, through this tent we call the body, we are working into this reality experience. And of course, there is always much more. We can go into spirituality, we can go into a lot of different things from there. But the first thing is to learn who we are, what we are, why we are, and how we are to experience the reality experience. And it is beautiful, it is wonderful, it is so full and with energy, it is so full with information. There are so many things that we can decode through our daily beingness in such a sense that we are knowing how and what to work forward into the reality. So there is so much more we can say about the heartfelt reality, but the important thing is to start observing. Are we into reactional experience of the feelings and the heart center, or are we focusing and are we using our so-called feelingness intent into working with the different states of expression of ourselves? So thank you for watching. I know that all the information that I'm presenting is maybe not logical, and for me it is okay. I'm not after knowledge, I'm not after teaching, I'm after expression and showing all of us how I'm doing. I'm willing to communicate with you, and of course I'm willing to have a feedback how you are doing it, how you are using your own personal feeling center, and so on and so on. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your reality and have a nice, wonderful experience in your daily 5 sense feeding and information. Bye-bye.